Jeff, you guys come away with the big win today. What your immediate reaction?
A hard-fought ball game. You can see why they're so good. That quarterback's really dynamic. It's hard to get him down. He knows what he's doing. The offense gets rid of the ball so dead-gum quick. He's going to be a pain to tell for a while, but I'm going to enjoy this one today. Disappointed in the second half, how we ran the ball, just some sloppiness. That's disappointing because you could tell when we had to have it on the 4-minute offense, all of a sudden it got clean again. And that's a sign of something I don't want to see, and we'll get that coached out, I hope. But I am proud. It's still hard. It's still hard. And I guarantee we go back and look at the video, it's going to be just one little bitty thing away. As good as we could play in the first half. I don't think we ever punted. And it was just a really remarkable job. Our offense was challenged all week. They got tired of hearing about how great North Texas offense was, so our offense wanted to play well. I thought the difference in the ball game was 3 turnovers. We had 0. We took care of the ball very well. We did have the muff on the punt return, but Chris did a good job fighting it back. But other than that, we didn't have a ball on the ground.
What are the emotions like of this game, especially considering how last time played out when you were here?
What happened in there last time? Oh, yeah. I would be lying if I said that didn't sting us a little bit, didn't motivate us a little bit, to be honest with you. And my dear friend JJ and Andy reminded me every day this whole week that we hadn't won here since 2013. So that starts getting a little spooky in your head. And then you watch the way they rallied against Memphis, you watch the way they rallied against Tulane, and you're like, oh Lord, here we go again. And I am glad though, because Donye's always told me he should be a running back. And since he got ran down by their quarterback, I can really talk some smack to my buddy.
Jeff, North Texas put up some yards today, but your defense did a good job of keeping them out of the end zone for most of the game. What does that say about the performance of your defense today?
Yeah, gritty, like they are. They're just gritty. It's the number 1 scoring offense in our conference, 9th in the country. They gave them 29 points, 3 turnovers. You can't ask for more.
You guys had your season high for rushing yards in the first half. What worked for you guys running today?
Pretty much everything in the first half. In the second half, we were all trying to find a play that would work. And it just was frustrating. We'd finally get, it literally was just fundamentals. I know everybody's going to blame me and being conservative and the play calling, all that kind of stuff, but it's the same play calls in the first half. You just got to execute better, and that's on me as a coach. And that's what I kept telling them on the sideline. We got to be better fundamentally. And it's always the little things. Take care of the little things, big things take care of themselves. When you don't take care of the little things, stuff like that starts showing up. I'm sure a little bit of lackadaisicalness. I'm sure their engine got a little revved up with some stops. We 3 and out on the very first drive. All those were RPOs. And, so then I jump all over them, because we didn't hand the ball off one time. So we come back and run it 3 times in a row. And now we're punting that thing again. So it was frustrating. But I'm not going to dwell on it too much. I'm going to enjoy this one. I remember that plane ride back last year, or last time we were here, and the only thing that was worse than the way we played was the landing. I really thought it was over on the landing, so I'm fixing to start praying, listening to all my Lauren Daigle music, and pray us all the way home on this ride home.
Jeff, we even saw Frank get rolling a little bit on the ground today. Is that going to be a bigger and bigger part of the offense as the year goes on?
Frank wanted this one. It's as hard as I said in practice. There's very few things left for Frank Harris to do. Very few. Going to Boca was one. Winning here was one. Winning a bowl game is one. Can he really go 3 in a row? Could he win 3 championships in a row? There's a lot of things on that kid's list. And he's a really motivated young man. And he'll tell you today wasn't his best game, but it was his grittiest game. You can just tell we ran quarterback draw on 3rd and 7, way he just trucked that guy. Quarterback sneak twice on 4th down, in an inch or a foot, whatever it was. And those are big plays. Those 4th downs, those were big. And, and everybody always reminds me on the headset, it's like, Coach, you know where we are, right? And I'm like, got 9 years left on the contract, boys, we're good. Or is it 8.5? Now, where are we down to, Greg? 8.5? Probably 8 1/4. I won't be so cocky in about 5 years, boys. Start punting that thing.
Jeff, what did it mean for you guys to be able to end it with your offense on the field?
Everything. That's the 3rd time this year we've done that. Whenever you go 4-minute offense and the other team knows you're going to run the football. But Frank did a good job on the RPO, throwing the Omaha route to Josh to get it 2nd and 2. It's a lot easier to call plays with a 2nd and 2 than it is 2nd and 10. And pretty much the whole second half, we were in 2nd and long. It's a hard way to call it. And the OPI on a 3rd and 7. Go back and watch that one carefully.
What does it mean to you and to the group to be now 5-0 and on this win streak after the way the year started?
It means we got to win next week to get to 6. That's it. Ross is next. That's it. But it sure beats what we did in September. I promise you that.
You guys celebrate bowl eligibility?
Yeah, we even passed out some shirts, you know. Got the old bowl-bound shirt here. Not a big fan of gray, but hey, Dan picked it, so I'll support it. Big blue guy. You know, the time of season it is, we need some slimming colors. We don't need light colors right now. I like being able to wear baggy, because, you know, these next 2 months, Coach T will be gaining about 8 pounds, I can promise you.
You guys got a ton of pressure on the quarterback early, and then it seemed like they did some things to try to negate that. What was that kind of back and forth like, your offense against the
Well, you got to understand, we had 49 snaps, not counting however you want to do it. Our kids played 49. Now, on the stats, it's going to say like 43 or 44 because of penalties. And their offense out there 45 in the first half. That's darn near a football game. So, and with the heat a little bit, conditioning was a factor. And we got tired, to be honest with you, a little bit. We had a lot of injuries. We had about 4 to 6 kids didn't play tonight due to stuff from last week. We got the injury bug last week, and it hurt us. It hurt us with our depth today, and we hope to get those guys back next week.
Devin McEwen was a notable one. What's his status going forward?
Yeah, it'll be quiet. We'll be game time. It'll be with all those other kids that were not out there too.
Their quarterback had 1 interception coming in. You guys intercepted twice today. Is that a big key?
Oh, I know we tipped. Did we tip both of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that had a lot to do with it. You know, that kid doesn't miss what he aims and throws at very much. He's really good.
You guys are now even with North Texas in the all-time series. I know this is a pretty big rivalry for the group. What does that mean to have John even in that sense?
That's stuff for you guys to talk about, right? That's fun stuff for y'all, but we just know we won today. Thank you.